that gives you entry into these competitions. Even if you lose your first match, you're still going to get that value back. But if you're able to put together a few wins, you're going to see way better prizes come out in the end. So a very rewarding mode for sure.
Great.
And super fun as well. So it's really, when you play with your mates, sitting on a Friday night, something like that, is the banter that can come out of that is fantastic.
So we've segued here. We've just set up a match scene as we're in Germany. We've picked Borussia Mönchengladbach, and who else did we pick? Dortmund. So yeah, was that a new training game as well?
Yes. So here, what we have as well, the first thing that you see is Gladbach Stadium. So that's new into FIFA. We have 9 new stadiums this year. But the other thing is the Bundesliga overlay graphics.
Okay, yeah. So it's authentic like the Premier League, which you already had.
Yeah, exactly. So last year we did the Premier League. We got fantastic feedback out of that. And this year, so we managed to create the Bundesliga graphics that really puts you...
Yeah, the Premier League stuff is so good. It just gives you that... You can't even distinguish it.
It's the ultimate immersion. Yeah. But it's not just about the graphics. So there are tons of different details here and there. For example, chants. So, there is nothing as immersive as hearing the crowds, like a super loud. And this year we added more than 900 chants, from teams all over the world. It really feels impressive.
How do you add them? Do you actually record them at stadiums, or do you
there are specific requirements on how we capture the crowd. So we need to capture different channels, etc. So we work in general with the broadcasters to get the audio, and then it's a licensing thing. So you need to identify that is like a profanity free, those kind of things, and license the melody.
So obviously that gets rid of about 90% of all football chants immediately.
Well, not really. They can be edited as well, but it's a really awesome thing. Hearing the chants and at the right moments, because we do that. So good chants they play when you're playing well. Oh, that was a
really quite
nice
good
header. Yes, and so he's going to celebrate. No, he didn't reach the camera because we have new celebrations as well, and some of those when you can run directly to the cameraman that they're having the handicap around there, and you do stuff for the camera, and you see that, or you can go and celebrate with the subs. But we can talk a little bit more about
general gameplay.
now.
Yeah, is there anything like in FIFA 15 that you kind of wanted to address going into 16 particularly?
Yeah, the main piece of feedback that we got was that when playing online, players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Bale, like super speedy wingers, they were extremely difficult to stop.
Yeah.
And we took that to heart, and this year one of the key words for us was balance. We really, truly wanted to have a game that felt balanced all over the pitch, but it not only balanced all over the pitch, it was innovating all over the pitch. So we have what we call confidence in defense. A lot of work went into defense with defending agility, that is adding a lot of animations and improvements and polishing here and there to actually counter those situations of Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo.
So you're giving people, when they're defending, more tools to kind of combat that, because you can do second tackles.
Exactly. So we have a new tackling mechanic. So when you slide tackle, so when you're on the ground, you can press it again, and the player will get up.
Yeah.
So it really brings slide tackle to become useful again. Yeah. In a sense, it was a hit or miss. So people stopped using it a bit because it was too harsh a punishment for missing it. But now with this extra opportunity, in a sense, you want to use it again. But it's not just about that. The players are much more intelligent in terms of deciding or realizing when there is going to be a ball possession change, so they come back faster to position. They are much smarter into deciding to mark space or the man. And in terms of the midfield and defending as well, they are much more aggressive for what is the interception intelligence, what we call. So they're really, really covering those passing lanes. So the game is no longer, so the midfield is no longer a transit zone, but it's really battle for possession again.
Yeah, because I've played the game a few times, and you find that when the ball zips through midfield, you'll find a midfielder will stick out a leg, as they would do. Yeah. They don't just let it go by them.
Yeah, it's true to real life, and really wanted to bring that value for possession back. But what that allows as well, so defending became so powerful that it allowed us to innovate into the attack. So one of those is passing with purpose. that is to counter those interceptions. So it's a new type of pass that is a low pass, very strong, that is, okay, I want to send it to this particular guy, but that guy, the pass receiver, needs to be in a good position because otherwise that first touch is not that good, so it has a lot of error. It really brings a lot of all of the pieces together to make it really balanced.
Is that a modifier to a regular pass?
It's not a modifier. It is on 2 or right back.
Okay.
And yes, it's when you pass, they are doing it right now, so you see how strong it is, and it really feels awesome. But
can you do that on a through ball as well, or is it just?
No, it's just with the normal ground pass. But in addition to that, into the attack, it's about creating more moments of magic. I think we're going to see another feature now that is, if it wasn't a penalty, the vanishing spray. This is used in
this became
a
so
lot
famous
of
at the
now.
World Cup.
Yes. So okay, we don't have it in the scene there, but you can see the referee walking to the wall and just doing that. So these little touches that really make the game much more authentic and immersive. They are fantastic. And as I was mentioning, like in the attack, the other fantastic thing that we did, the other innovation, is what we call no-touch dribbling. So we got inspired in Messi. So Leo Messi is a player that when he dribbles, one of the things that he does particularly well is, without touching the ball, just moving his body, doing body feinting, to leave players behind. And we took note of that, and we watch a lot of football in the office. So we are from all over the world, and we watch every single league that you can imagine. And we wrote down like, okay, so let's watch League 2, League 1 in England. Argentina First Division is what I watch, and we were really noting, okay, every player, regardless of how good they are. They do it. So they do that kind of no-touch dribble is how we call it. And so Messi, Neymar, they do it all the time in a brilliant way. But you go to a League 2 game and you will see somebody doing it. And we say, okay, we need to do this. We need to do this into the game. And with a modifier, when you're dribbling as well, you do this no-touch. Let's see if the guys can get it while playing. It's particularly effective when sprinting, but it has multiple layers. So you see how he was moving the body a bit. You need to do it like in precise moments.
Yeah.
So for
well,
being
I've played it a few times, and it allows you to like body swerve and kind of fake people out as well if you want to use it at a very high level.
Yes. So it has a lot of different layers. So it will take some time to master, but it really feels fantastic when you leave players behind with that. So overall, innovation all over the pitch is what we say that because really that's how we feel it. It's a really truly balanced game. We're very, very happy of the state of it. We also did a lot of different improvements in the goalkeepers. There was another area of feedback that we got last year. We were very proud of what we did last year.
Because you did a lot of work on goalkeepers last year.
Yes, it was free writing the goalkeeper. That is not easy thing. So the goalkeeper makes a mistake and you're done. But very proud of what we did, so it allows us now to really go deeper with it. We did a huge swipe of videos on that the community was sending us to just go every single issue, getting our embedded QA team, reproducing in our testbed, and just improving and fixing and polishing the hell out of all.
So it's quite hard in the new game, as I understand it, to trick keepers. Like if they're backtracking to their line, the ball might not go over their head. They can tip it while running back.
Yeah, we didn't have enough coverage of animation in those situations. That's what we found out after reproducing all the issues over and over. And so we went into the motion capture studio and captured more and more and more. And all of those are now there. So it's really good. It feels fantastic, the game. I encourage everyone to try it out. So if you're here at Gamescom, so you can do it in the EA booth on the show floor. So you can try both draft and normal kickoff, normal gameplay. But it's fantastic. And outside this, so we were talking just a piece of this. So we're introducing other new ways to play, like women's football. So we have 12 national team. It's fantastic after the World Cup as well. There was, all the people watching that and really realizing that women's football is part of football as well.
Yeah, it was great because that was the announcement that actually led the announcement of FIFA 16 was the 12 women's teams. It's interesting with that. Is the gameplay different in any way for the...
It is.
Yeah, so
it is.
What are those kind of differences?
So I tell you primarily I think, so sports FIFA is a celebration of the world of football, it's a celebration of football, and football is worldwide. Women's football is part of that, and that's why it must be there as well. But the amount of things that we did for doing it well, because that's how we like doing things, that's our aim is always doing it as perfect as we can. So what we did is we have audio, like the crowd, that we recorded specific women's matches to capture the crowd audio and put that into the game. Player calls, just the localization of the game. So English is primarily neutral. So the player, it works both for women and men. But if you check Portuguese, Spanish, French, it's gender specific.
Right,
so you have in Spanish, so I'm Spanish native speaker, it's
of
el
course,
jugador for a man and la jugadora for female. So a lot of effort into localization wise. Imagine that we have a legacy of how many years of commentary that was almost 40% recording, 40% of all the assets again, just to be female specific. So we have in English as well, like she shoots, she passes, those kind of things. And like a commentary about hockey players like Abby Wambach, like a really banter about the stuff. So that's just audio and localization. But then gameplay, the big discussion was our attributes. And the attributes, we decided, okay, women are just comparable with women, so we are not going to do it 94 Messi comparable to a 93 Alex Morgan. And based on that, so we went through every single component that we have on our gameplay systems, and so we used the necessary modifiers so gameplay feels authentic to women football as well. Like that, so women's football, you have much more space, it's less physical, and in general, so players tend to shoot high the ball because keepers are not as tall. So all those little nuances, if you try it out, you will feel it different. You will feel okay. It's much more authentic to women's football.
And the character models are different as well. They're very specific. They've been not modeled on the anatomy of women. It's rather than just like changing the heads on them.
No, absolutely. So we replaced. So we recreated a new player rig. So we have new body scaling technology. We optimized the rendering so we could do physics on the ponytails because most of the female players use ponytails. So we have physics for each ponytail, which it's fantastic, And then we also capture the likeness of most of the players. It's a true representation of women's football, and I'm really proud of it. And the other big feature that I want to mention is a trainer. So we like people to get into the game, to learn the game faster, and even experienced people to learn new ways of how to perform the game. There is a trainer. Okay, the game.
We saw it a bit earlier as well. It's kind of an overlay that shows you in that moment what your options are as a player.
It's showing you some of the options because FIFA has more than 70 different controls that you can perform.
Prepare something for you. Was it Christopher? Christian, just sit right there, right next to Martin and Ian. Like Christiane, wenn das in Ordnung für dich ist, ich setze mich einfach mal hier hin.
Ich finde das großartig.
Und
hier.
Ian?
Geben von richtig coolen Leuten.
Genau.
Entspannt.
Ihr könnt ein bisschen zocken und ich kann ja mit Ian zwischendurch einfach mal darüber sprechen. Sie sind ja gerade auf Promotour unterwegs und erfahre wahrscheinlich ein bisschen mehr über ihr upcoming album. But first, let's go inside to FIFA 16 game between Martin from Churches and Christian. So, you guys ready?
Yeah, we're just loading it up right now. I do not want to go Seattle. No offense. I'll go Madrid.
While the other guys are choosing their teams, Ian, let's go ahead talking a little bit about your upcoming album. It's going to be released on 25th September called Every Open Eye. What can we expect about this album?
Well, I guess it's been 2 years since we released our first album, The Bones of What You Believe. So yeah, I guess it's kind of more of the same, but better, bigger. You know, I guess we've grown a lot as musicians and songwriters and performers over the last 2 years. We did like 364 shows in 2 years. So
Oh my God, that's a lot.
tell me.
Did you had a private life or something like that?
No, you can't really have much of a private life when you have that kind of work schedule. But, you know, it's great. You know, it's great because it means that people give a crap about what you do. And that's a really exciting thing, you know, traveling the world, playing to people that love your music, you know?
So tell us a little bit about Lauren, where she is today. Of course, one of your lead vocals, she's not... Is she a player like FIFA all the time when the guys come up with playing FIFA? Is she someone who says like, okay, you go ahead, play your thing. I'm go ahead, play a little bit more music and stuff.
Very much so. She would leave the room and let them get on with it, which is nice, which is good, tolerant.
But she's your fan and cheering for you today.
For Team Cook, I hope so. I'm not sure.
Also Team Cook ist ja auch schon fleißig am Start, aber genauso schlägt sich Martin hier auch ganz großartig. 0:0, 8. Spielminute. How's it going so far?
I would say it's okay. This is obviously the first time I've played the new game. I like it, but I'm not particularly good at it yet. It's pretty exciting. It feels nice, though. It feels nice and slick. Feels good.
Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr es jetzt gerade hören konntet, aber Ian hat gerade von etwas weiter weg gerufen. Komm mal, Christian! Er hat nämlich, ich weiß nicht, ob ihr es vorhin mitbekommen habt, er hat auch vorhin gesagt, Ian ist jetzt nicht so der erfahrene FIFA-Spieler, deswegen hat er sich seine Geheimwaffe mitgebracht, der Christian, der ist da. Ist auch schön, wenn man den Namen Christian auch ins Deutsche übersetzt, ja? Christian.
Christian gegen Martin.
Ja, genau, Christian gegen Martin und Christian soll das Ding hier auf jeden Fall machen. Martin ist ein etwas erfahrener FIFA-Spieler. Christiane, wie ist es denn eigentlich? Frag doch mal Martin, wie es für ihn ist. Ich meine, er ist ein erfahrener FIFA-Zocker
ja,
und er spielt gerade, glaube ich, zum ersten Mal FIFA 16 an, wie er es findet.
Genau, er hat gerade schon ein bisschen erzählt. Er spielt es natürlich wirklich zum ersten Mal und daher sagt er, muss sich noch so ein bisschen eingrooven. Aber das sieht schon ganz gut aus, was er da macht. Do you think you're able to score?
We shall see. Right now I can't score, no. Because it's, I guess I'm still getting used to it a little bit.
But you've played before, right?
Yeah, I've played loads of times. This is what I do on the bus, but it's a new version of the game. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
That was pretty close. Fast, da hätte er es fast geschafft. So when do you find time to play at all? Are you playing after your concerts or whenever?
I play on the tour bus mostly. I don't really... And when we are in the studio, when I come home at night, I'll play video games because I don't have I don't want to go to a bar or get drunk. I want to try and stay focused, so I play a lot of FIFA when I'm at home as well.
That sounds pretty serious.
You know, I think this is hard to concentrate and speak at the same time. I'm not going to lie.
Keep talking, I like it. Multitasking.
You're messing with my flow here.
Ja, es ist auch ein bisschen fies, ne? Also es ist klar, wenn man gleichzeitig reden muss und spielen, das ist schon nicht so einfach. Er konzentriert sich hier natürlich. How do you think it's going so far?
It looks pretty even so far. There seems to be an equal amount of pressure from both sides. So my money's still on Christian because he's representing me.
At first, I thought you were going to say it's look easy. So then we say, okay, then you could have played.
Even, not
yeah.
easy.
So the first half is almost over. I want to see one of you score, at least one of you.
I think in order to do that, someone would have to get a little bit worse at the game, or someone would have to get a little bit better. But it's difficult. Maybe it's now.
Oh!
Almost. Aber Amy, das sieht gut aus, was die beiden hier machen. Ich glaube, wir sollten es später auch mal versuchen.
Ja, also sehr, sehr gerne. Nein, ich spiele natürlich auch sehr, sehr gerne FIFA und ich habe es auch schon 1-2 Mal jetzt hier während der Gamescom angespielt und muss auf jeden Fall sagen, es ist ihnen wieder erneut gelungen. Natürlich, das ist keine Überraschung, nochmal einfach noch mehr Gimmicks bzw. noch mehr Features reinzupacken, dass der wahre FIFA-Zocker das einfach merkt. Und wir haben jetzt hier die ersten 45 Minuten hinter uns gebracht. Martin and Christian, It's a 0-0 after 45 minutes. Can you do us a favor, please? Can you score, for example? Martin.
I don't know. I'll give it a go. I think that's what I'm trying to do, one way or another.
So, und immer noch 0-0 nach der ersten Halbzeit. Ich meine, ja klar, die Jungs spielen sich noch ein bisschen ein, aber ich glaube, das wird. It looks really good so far. Although you haven't scored. It's okay.
Ian, your song, The Mother We Share, was featured in the opening video for the 2014 Commonwealth Games opening ceremony in Glasgow. I mean, as a band, you dream about special moments that you have with your band. How was it at that point, and what do you expect when you think about the future of churches?
That was a really special moment for sure, because obviously Scotland was hosting the Commonwealth Games and they chose our song as part of the montage to represent the country. What happened?
Tor! Tor! Ich muss unterbrechen! Tor! Goal! Who scored?
What he said.
Goal!
Yes, Christian, thank you.
Yeah, Christian, you get your money! You get your money! You get your money!
Nice.
Ja, also für all diejenigen, die es nicht mitbekommen haben, dieser Herr ist für Ian Cook ins Spiel gegangen. Also der Mann, ja, von Churches hat gesagt, pass mal auf, Leute, ich kann das nicht. Ich hole einfach mal den Christian dazu. Und der macht einfach gerade das 1-0. Martin, disappointed?
You know, it's not over, but I'm not going to cry about it.
Yeah. I think you get more happy maybe later in a couple of seconds. And there is another person who's going to be happy now, because I have something special for you out there. Das Ding hier, Leute, ja, ist etwas ganz, ganz Besonderes. Während Sie jetzt hier FIFA spielen, komme ich jetzt einfach mal runter. So, wir gehen jetzt mal in die Menge rein, mein Lieber. So,